Although we've come to the end of the road, still I can't let go. Hey, what up, world? 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 It's the main man. I am DJ Double Dose, man, coming at you with another episode of Double Dose of Reality Sports, man. We are back up in the building, man. And I just want to say, man, it is a bittersweet. This is a bittersweet show. We're going to probably do 2 this week. This is a bittersweet show because we have made it to the very last football game of the season. God damn, y'all. It seemed like it was just, it seems like yesterday we were, we good. But it's like, they want to bring out a little relief, man. This is it, man. This is the end of the year, man. So, man, what's going on, man? It's your main man. I am DJ Double Dose, man, with another episode of Double Dose of Reality Sports, man. We are back in the building. Super Bowl preview, Chiefs and Eagles. Who you got? But before we get into who we got, let's go ahead and talk about the game. And also, before we end the show, we got to talk. I finally can, hold up. I can finally get off of strike because the Los Angeles Lakers have made a move. The Los Angeles Lakers have made a move. You know what I'm talking about? Well, we'll get to that in a minute, but we on the Super Bowl preview. So anyway, listen, man, this Super Bowl, I'm not going to hold y'all. Y'all know we done got to the point where we get right into the topic and we don't waste no time. We don't waste no games. Chiefs and Eagles. If you look at the way the season played itself out, especially in the NFC, the Lions got banged up. And I don't think any of us felt like the Lions was going to be able to, if they made it, we're going to be able to finish the deal. I don't think nobody thought that. And you look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs doing what the Chiefs do. They have persevered. They knocked off Josh Allen yet again. Now, for those of you who want to say, oh, man, look, last year the Chiefs had to march all the way to the Super Bowl without home field advantage. This year they marched on their way to the Super Bowl with the home, well, as far as being the number 1 seed and having home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So the number one thing that we're going to talk about in this preview is, if you are Philadelphia, what are you going to do when Spagnuolo, for those of you that don't know the nickname, when he is the Chiefs defensive coordinator, he's a brilliant defensive coordinator. He has mastered the art of sending pressure without you knowing where the hell is coming from. It can be, he has mastered the art. It is a very confusing defense. What you see, like they say, quarterbacks, when they come to the line, they take a snapshot. He has mastered the art of altering the snapshot. He's mastered that art. And I mean, it's a thing of beauty. I know we like to give Mahomes and we like to get Andy Reid and we like to get the offense all the praise. But if you watch what Kansas City has been able to do on defense, listen, the way they operate their defense has been just as phenomenal as the way they operate their offense. So if you are Philadelphia, the number one thing we already know, where he at? Where he at? He should be the MVP, y'all. Saquon Barkley. We know that there's going to be moments and times in this game that Saquon will be taken out, whether it is he's eliminated from the running game or whether it is they keep somebody on him in the passing game. Either way it goes, if you are Kansas City, your number one priority. This man has ran for over 2,000 yards this season, and he has had more 60-yard. Well, I will just say 50 because I want to make sure I get the number right. He's had more 50-plus yard touchdowns this season. So we know he has home run ability. If you are Kansas City, your number one thing that you need to do, which I'm sure is the focus, we already know this, is to eliminate. You can't stop Saquon Barkley. You can't stop it. But what you can do is slow him down. You need him to be a volume carrier in this game. For those of you that don't know what volume carrier is, most of that watch the show, y'all know what that means. You need him to have 25, 30 touches, averaging about 3, I wouldn't even say 4 yards a carry because that might be too much. But averaging between 3 and 4 yards a carry, you need to keep him in that situation. Because if you have him in that spot, Philly, Kansas City, if he is in that spot, Kansas City, that means that he has not been breaking off explosive runs. If he has not been breaking off explosive runs, that is doing what? That is doing what we are coming to now. We'll take a pause. Make Jalen Hurts beat you. Some might say that statement is disrespectful. I don't think it's very disrespectful. You go look at Jalen Hurts' numbers in the playoffs. He has been, dare I say, we don't like to say it, but he has been, dare I say, a game manager. Now, if you want to go look at his numbers, just to back up my point, in the first round of the playoffs against Green Bay, he was 13 for 21 for 131 yards. In the next round versus the Rams, he was 15 for 20, 128 yards. And in the NFC Championship game against Washington, they had 55 points. Jalen Hurts was 20 for 28 for 246 yards. So I said all that not to be disrespectful to Jalen Hurts, because when you have somebody that is running the ball at a historic pace, the way that Saquon Barkley is running the ball, it's okay to default to that. It's okay. However, in this particular game, you have A.J. Brown, you have Devontae Smith, and Saquon can catch the ball out of the backfield. Plus, you have your legs in this particular game. It's the last game of the season. If I'm Spags, especially in the first half, until we get to halftime and can make adjustments, because halftime of Super Bowl is forever because of the halftime show. If I'm Spags in that first half, I am doing everything in my power to make Saquon work, because I don't want to come away from the show and say take Saquon away, because that would be an injustice. Somebody that has ran for over 2,000 yards this season, playoffs and regular season. I don't really want to say you're going to take him away. I want to say make him work. Make Saquon work. If you make him work and you eliminate the big explosive play, you make him work, and you see what it is that Jalen Hurts can or cannot do. For me, that will be the strategy if I am the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm just saying. Now, on the reversal of that, let's pivot because we always got to talk about the other team. We got to talk about both teams. If you're the Chiefs, continue to do what you've been doing. And what is that? Andy Reid been in the lab cooking. And when I say cooking, I don't mean cooking like he's just drawing up all of these like super duper amazing plays. Like, it's not that. He's rolling with the offense that he has. And with that offense that he has, he's making it known. Like, hey, this is what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do. And think about it. When it comes playoff times, a lot of times they utilize Mahomes with his legs. They do. They utilize Mahomes a lot with his legs. And I think that oftentimes, you know, teams forget how good of a player Mahomes is with his legs. Teams forget that. They seem to get in these scenarios and they forget how good of a player he is with his legs. So you have to account for that. Looking at the stat right now, Travis Kelce has had a quote-unquote down year. He still has 97 catches, 823 yards. That's a down year. 133 targets. In a down year. You've had Kareem Hunt come in and spill Pacheco. Pacheco's back. So now you're walking into a game where you have Pacheco back, Kareem Hunt, you got Travis. And listen, and I'm going to tell y'all, disrespect people something. Don't forget about Rashidi Rice. He's hurt. He got hurt early in the season. That Kansas City offense looks completely different without him. I'm sure I probably messed his name up. But that's okay. Yeah, I know who I'm talking about. It's Rice. And when you look at the things that Kansas City has and what they have been able to do throughout the season, Philadelphia's going to have their hands full. They're going to have their hands full. And I don't know what do they do? You know, because at the end of the day, you have to worry about Mahomes. You have to worry about Mahomes and his legs. You ultimately have to worry about a lot of things going into this game. And if you're Philly, what's your answer? What do you take away from the offense? And that's gonna be the cat and mouse game because you know you hate to use that term that Mahomes has moxie. I mean, however you want to say it, but he knows how to win, and he doesn't mind throwing the ball to Juju. He don't mind throwing the ball to D-Hop. He don't mind hitting Kelce. He don't mind coming in with Noah Gray. He don't mind throwing the ball to Xavier Worthy. Like, he distributes the football. Mahomes is the type of quarterback, and I hate to say this because, God, I didn't like him either. But the comp is Tom Brady because Tom Brady always had phenomenal tight ends. He had. Mahomes has that. On the outside, it was a turnstile. It was a turnstile. 1 year is Edelman, another year it's Randy Moss, another year it's insert what was the other little cat they had besides Edelman? Forget his name, the other little white guy. You had him, you had Deion Brown. I mean, the list goes on and on and on, but it was a turnstile at wide receiver. You know why? Because the one thing about Tom Brady was he was able to always find the open man, and he didn't give a fuck or give a care who it was. And Mahomes is the same way. We might think about last year. They was going to Valdez-Scantling. They'll go to Noah Gray. They'll spill Travis Kelce and they'll put Noah Gray in. So if you Philly, you got to understand that there's no number one. There's no number one. So how do you defend that will always be the cat and mouse game for Philadelphia. So I said all that to say I'm looking forward to the Super Bowl. We're going to do another show where we just do a straight prediction. So I'm going to tease it. We'll do another show where we just do a straight prediction. It's going to be a short 5 minutes probably. We're just going to do the prediction. But I'm looking forward to a good Super Bowl. I think that the way the season played itself out, we do have the two best teams here. This is not one of those years where you have somebody that I think any of the teams from the AFC would have been deserving, whether it was Kansas City, whether it was Baltimore, whether it was Buffalo. The NFC, we got the best that we was going to get, which is Philly. You can say what you want, but I know you didn't think the Commanders was going to would be a worthy opponent. You didn't think Minnesota was going to be. The Rams, the Buccaneers, Green Bay, and then Detroit, but they was banged up. So I think we got the best that we were going to get from the NFC. I do firmly believe that. And I'm looking forward to a great Super Bowl, man. I'm looking forward to it. It's down in New Orleans, man. One of these days, man, the show, we will be at the Super Bowl on Media Row. I'm calling it. I'm claiming it. I'm speaking it. One of these days, we're going to be there on Media Row, asking on Radio Row, asking questions and doing what we do, man. But we'll get to the preview of that. I know there's a tease. I know you're like, damn, who you got? We got one. We got another episode coming up where we're going to give who we got. But I just want to give a little preview of what I think that both sides need to do. But ultimately, if you're Philly, you need to eliminate, I wouldn't say eliminate, but you need to be able to keep the game close. And if you're Kansas City, make Jalen Hurts beat you. Okay, now, It's showtime, baby. Man, listen, man. There was no way in hell you thought that I, who have been on strike with my Lakers, been on strike. You ain't heard me talk no Laker talk, man. I'm better take the glasses off because I ain't got nothing else to pull up. Take these glasses off so I can see my face without the glasses. We got Luka. I know somebody might say, Ben, y'all see, at the time of the trade, now let me pull up the standards to see where we are right now. The time of the trade, we were sitting at the 5th seed in the West. We were sitting in the 5th seed in the West, and you would say, hey, man, Luka and LeBron, oh, man, they play the same type ball, man. Hey, man, listen. Without the yelling, without the cussing, let's talk business, and we want to talk ball. Let's talk business. From a business aspect, I absolutely love this for the Lakers. And I'm going to tell you why. From a business aspect, I love this for the Lakers because of what? Luka is young. Now, you can argue with me and you can tell me that Luka is injured. He's injured. Or that he gets injured. Okay, I buy that. So does AD. Luka's younger than AD. Now, you could argue back and you could tell me Luka and LeBron ain't gonna mesh. It's bad chemistry. Okay. I'm gonna argue back and tell you this plan wasn't for this year. Let me look in the camera when I say this, because I want to make sure that this gets clear. Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, and the front office, thank you for finally looking out for the best interest of the Lakers. Because for the last few years, you weren't looking out for the best interests of the Lakers. You was looking out for the best interest of LeBron James. You finally looked out for the organization. Somebody might tell me, what do you mean by that, Dose? What do you mean by that? What I mean by that is this is a move for the future. We didn't approach Dallas. Dallas came to us. It's been documented. It's been said. I gave it a couple of days to make sure all the filters was filtered out. Dallas approached us. We didn't approach them. Somebody asked me, somebody said, man, why you think this is going to do? I said, listen, if you ask a real Lakers fan, not a bandwagon, somebody that actually follows the organization, what really have we done in free agency over the last few years? What have we done? What big names have we landed in free agency? Hell, I go as far to say since LeBron been there. What big names have we landed in free agency? So I'm saying that to say, if you don't do this, what's the odds that when LeBron leaves, that we just gonna land some free agent who just, oh my God, I love the lure of LA. I want to be in LA. I want to play with the Lakers. Because let's be clear, the Clippers got a brand new arena. It is amazing. And we both in LA, and we both in the Western Conference. So I said all that to say, if you have someone like Luka, who at one point he just went to the freaking finals, everybody was anointing him as the new face of the league. You have someone like him who will, I mean, granted, I get the whole thing. He's a liability on defense. Hell, in today's NBA, how many two-way players do we have? Yeah, how many two-way players do we have? You ain't got many. So you have someone, if you do this trade, which you've done, you have someone like Luka in place that people are going to want to come and play with. You're going to lock him up. We don't have to wait on a free agent like Luka because we have him. So now we can build our team and add complementary pieces to a young Luka Doncic. However you say it. You're looking for the future. LeBron, we already know. Everybody knows this era is over. So I applaud the organization for finally making a decision for your future, not for LeBron James. Will we win the NBA title this year? I mean, somebody might say wishful thinking, but I mean, that's not going to happen. LeBron has a no trade clause, so it ain't like we can just trade him. He got no trade clause. He'd have to co-sign on it and say he want to leave and all of that. So more than likely next year is going to be his swan song. So you see what you can do with the cap and see what you can do with this summer to start putting pieces in place. So after next year, when LeBron leaves or he retires or whatever the hell he does, I don't care. You are in position with Luka to move the hell on. I applaud Jeannie and I applaud Pelinka because for the first time in years, you have made a decision for the organization and not for LeBron James. That's all I got. I'm excited I am excited about the future. I'm excited for the Super Bowl. Today is Tuesday. This show will drop on Wednesday morning. We will do another show on, if not Thursday, and you would get it on Friday. Friday, you'll get it on Saturday. And more than likely after the Super Bowl, if it's not a dud. If it's not a dud and it's something worth talking about, we'll go live on Sunday. So after the Super Bowl. So I just want to say, man, thank each and every one of y'all for rocking with me. Listen, the network. I've been talking to Jermaine. We got some, hey man, we got some stuff in the chamber that we cooking. I'm telling you, we got, I don't even want to let the cat out of the bag, but we got a talk show format that we working on that is definitely that should be in place for next season. So so you're gonna see me on more than just my show. You're gonna see me on a couple other shows. So just continue to rock with me, man. I love each and every one of y'all, man. Thank y'all, man. I hate we done came to the end of the road. I hadn't even touched on Ohio State. Don't think Ohio. Oh, hey, Buckeyes. Don't think I forgot about how y'all done lost both your damn coordinators. Some defending champs, y'all turning out to be. But anyway, man, thank y'all for rocking with me, man. And remember, man, to live, laugh, and love, man. Live your life to the fullest. Love on the people that love you back, and find you something to laugh at each and every day. And I'm out, man.